Hey guys, okay, so I just attended a webinar with David Seigel, who is the CEO of meetup.com. And he kind of pushed for Meetup and how it's so great and how it's so wonderful, and he was the personal cheerleader because he's the CEO. He has to do that, right? My experience with Meetup sucks. I'm not going to say it always sucks. Once in a while, it's pretty decent. But I find that a lot of the people are selfish. A lot of the people are narcissistic. Organizers of groups are really aggravating. They like to tease and piss off people in the group. Tease and tease and tease and tease. That is not how people warm up to you. Stop worrying about who's involved with who. You're acting childish, number one. Number two, that's not your business. Number three, if you represent a group, there's a responsibility, and there should be, pardon me, but there should be a maturity level that goes with being an organizer. You don't just become an organizer to feed your ego. That is part of the story that David is not going to tell you, that it's hard to find a group that doesn't have toxic, narcissistic people in it. Organizers should also be taught that when you go on a group with someone, with a group of people, you're supposedly the organizer, you need to be concerned about your people's safety. They are up under you in your group, so you should be responsible for their safety. When I went on a float trip, the person who was the organizer was more interested in running off in the bushes while we were kayaking down the river. She wanted to jump off in the bushes and play with her little boyfriend instead of doing a float trip. You can't do that with him some other time? Really? You're running off in the bushes like a little kid kissing her boyfriend behind the bleachers? You should not be permitted to be an organizer unless you take a class with Meetup. This is what your responsibilities are. It is not about you. It is about your group. It is about the safety of your group. It is about, are your group members having a good time? Is everybody getting along with each other? Is everybody sharing the same interests? You know, there should be a class to be an organizer. Not just any dumbass can be an organizer. There has to be responsibilities with that. There should be a class so that every Tom, Dick, and Harry can't just become an organizer. All right? So, got a piece of hair in my mouth, sorry. So not worried about the safety of us on the river, more worried about I need to get my little parts diddled and fiddled by my little boyfriend. I mean, it's childish and it's inconsiderate and it's rude and it's just totally shocking. Totally shocking. I'm not going to get over that because I've just never seen a grown-up act like that. Little kids, like I said, kissing behind the bleachers, that's one thing. But she's not worried about your safety. Your safety on the river, that's on you. That's on you. So why are you an organizer? You know why? Because it feeds people's egos. Makes them feel important. Gives them a purpose other than pissing everybody off. But they're going to end up pissing people off in the group. And they do. All right? Where is this piece of hair at? Okay. Oh, there it is. Bugging the hell out of me. Sorry about that. Such a lack of maturity, such a lack of concern. So the group is supposed to alleviate loneliness, but it actually makes it worse because of the type of people that are in these groups, okay? And then I told you before that they were doing sneaky shit and they were breaking off from the main group and having these private little groups that don't involve other people because we are snooty ass motherfuckers and we got our own shit going on. If you ain't got what we got going on, you keep your ass over there. Okay? We all got money. We all have nice homes. We all have nice vehicles. We all have everything in life that we need. So if you are not like us, you're not in the financial bracket that we're in, you don't have a fancy car like what we have, and you don't own your own home, fancy house, you can keep your ass over there. So, but if you're a narcissistic asshole, a snooty, I'm better than everyone asshole, well, then you could be part of this group over here. It looks disgusting, and the purpose of the group is to prevent people from being lonely, but it makes people feel more lonely. There was another young lady who made a comment with another meetup group that she doesn't have any friends. She's disabled like I am. When you're disabled, nobody gives a shit. Let's just keep it fucking real. Nobody cares that you're disabled. Nobody cares that you have chronic pain. You will never, almost never, have somebody say to you, hey, I heard that you have chronic pain. How are you today? How you feel today? Nobody cares how you feel. Nobody cares what's going on with you. Nobody cares about any of that. It's all about us, our stuck up little group over here, and you could just take your little disabled ass over there. You feel more isolated. I encourage people to leave meetup alone. I encourage people to, if you do become part of a meetup, you are highly selective of what groups you become a part of. Observe people's behavior. See if there's real friendship within the group. And I don't mean we're snooty friends over here and you're over there, because we don't want you over here in our group, which is so childish and so high school and so isolating. Makes people feel worse. It's so high school. My God, grow up. They can't grow up. They're children raising children, and you wonder why our children are fucked up, because the parents are fucked up. That's why. The parents are the same age as their children. Be careful if you do become a part of a group, be very careful. Watch people closely. Watch how they interact with you. Watch to see if there's any sneaky little shit going on the side. The purpose of the group is for everyone in the group, not to divide the group into snoots and non-snoots. I just don't get it. And then here you are, like I said, on a river, which can change at any time. And the so-called organizer of the group was playing with her little boyfriend in the bushes and not concerned about our safety on the water. So if you had an issue, and she's a lot more experienced than all of us combined, if you have an issue on the water, you're on your own. Well, fuck, if I'm going to be on my goddamn own, I need to be on my own and go to groups by myself. I need to go, it's just me in the group. Because I got to worry about me in the group anyway. I got to worry about my own goddamn safety, because you fools don't care. You care about you. So it's best for me to stay to me. I haven't hung out with them in a while. There is two members of a group that my previous group would hang with, and I like them. They are cool. They don't tease and taunt people. They don't aggravate the shit out of people. And when I was stranded on the side of the road, she offered to help me. And she hasn't known me nearly as long as the other group has, but she was willing to help me. So I don't mind hanging with her and her husband. And they have a lot of money. They have a beautiful home. And they don't act like we are better than you. They don't act like that. They share their wealth, their home, their swimming pool, their hot tub. They share that with everybody. Really hard to find people that you can actually connect with, that actually care about your well-being. Very, very hard. The society we live in is just super, super, super selfish. Selfish. Everything is about me. You know how fucking mad that makes me? So I figure if I'm going to be surrounded by a bunch of narcissistic, self-absorbed buttholes, then I might as well hang by myself. And I do hang by myself. I go out to eat by myself. I've taken myself out for my own birthday. I go to the lake by myself. I go swimming by myself. I go kayaking by my damn self. Because if I don't learn, which I learned this when I was little, so I'm very good at it, okay? Doing everything by myself, I don't really need other people. Is it good to socialize? Yes. But it isn't good to socialize with 99.9% of the people that you're socializing with are all about them. And when you're in a crisis, they don't answer their phone. And you know, and I know that everybody got their face in their phone. So if they don't answer, it's because they don't want to. Everybody got their face like this on their goddamn phone. So if you call and they don't answer, it's because they don't want to. So if I'm going to be alone, I'm going to continue to stay alone. That couple that I told you about, if they have an event, if I catch it in time, I'll sign up for it. If not, I won't. I missed the July 4th thing at their house. I missed it because everybody signed up for it, and I didn't until it was, by the time I discovered the notification, it was already full. I like being around them because they don't act like other people. They just don't. They're very social. They have more money than all the snoots do. More money than them by far. And they still don't act like, I'm better than you. I wake up with minty fresh breath. I don't have to brush my damn teeth. You're a peasant, so you got to brush yours. They don't act like that. And they got more money than probably everybody in every group. And they don't act like that. They're very down to earth. And they will be there when you need them. When I considered riding an electric bike, her husband was going to allow me to borrow one of his. I'm glad I didn't do it because it was way too many miles and my body would not have tolerated that in any way, shape, or form. So I backed out of it with a gracious apology. I cannot. Thank you. Tell your husband thank you for letting me, allowing me to use the bike. But y'all go a lot of miles and my body can't handle that. So, but thank you. So I don't mind hanging with them. But I don't know. I think when you join the wrong social group, it increases your loneliness. You're better off staying to yourself. Because you're going to be surrounded by a bunch of fools that don't care nothing about what happens to you. There's not going to be genuine friendships formed. There's not going to be, hey, I haven't seen so-and-so. Are they doing okay? There's not going to be any of that. There was one point, I'm going to let y'all go. There was one point where the one who likes to taunt you all the time about you being involved with somebody, mind your fucking business. Anyway, I'm pissed. One of his little snotty friends came to one of the groups. We went to a restaurant. The purpose of going to a social group is to socialize. Maybe again, I'm being dumb, but it's to socialize. She came there, played with her phone, didn't say hi to nobody, screw you, drop dead, nothing. She deliberately ignored everybody. The only person she talked to was somebody who was sitting directly across from me, only because that person asked her a question or said something to her. And me and another lady were sitting there and we're trying to make eye contact with her so we could say hello to her. And she ignored everybody. Like, I got nothing to say to none of y'all. I'm only talking to her because she was all up in my grill. She didn't say that, but her behavior was loud and clear. And you wonder why I do everything by my damn self? Think about that. What other choices do I have? What other choices do I have? So, I don't know. I advise people to don't become part of a meetup. And if you do, and you start to see these trivial little silly ass, petty ass behaviors, and your safety is you're the only person who cares about your own safety, I suggest you do it alone. If you go boating alone, wear a life jacket. I wear a life jacket every single time. It makes no difference whether it's a calm lake or currents, Class C rapids. It doesn't matter. I wear a life jacket at all times. So be safe. If you're forced to do it alone because nobody cares about you anyway, then make sure that you do it safely. All right? Much love. Y'all take care. Bye.